Dragons? I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Thursday, January 7th, 2021, and Flame, before we get going on our show today, let's take a moment to pause, put our hand on our heart, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now pause for the moment of silence. Thanks, Dragons. And Flame, the sun is going to rise on this Thursday morning at 7:27 in the morning, and it's going to set at 5:03 in the late afternoon, which is super fun. And Flame, we haven't done a Friend of Flame segment in a very long time. It's been over a month, Dragons, since we discovered a Friend of Flame. And Flame had this really clever idea. We're going to do some friends of his, and each one is going to grow in size. So this week, we're going to feature one of Flame's smallest buddies, and that is the vole. The vole. How about that? The vole is this creature. It kind of looks like a mouse, and kind of looks like a hamster, and kind of looks like a lemming, but it is found all over the world, Dragons. They have these stout bodies. They might have this brownish fur, short tails and legs, little tiny nose, tiny eyes, and we thought it'd be pretty cool to highlight a Friend of Flame that is a little tinier than his average friend. So we have some questions for you, and we're going to see if we can get back to our trivia understanding a Friend of Flame. So the vole, Dragons. Do you think voles are herbivores, which means they eat only plants, carnivores, which means they eat only meat, or omnivores, which means they eat both? This is your good buddy, Flame. What do you think? Okay, so the answer is carnivore. No, it's not. Flame, don't fool me like that. The answer is omnivore. And it's usually only an omnivore because it eats maybe some animals that might have passed away. It eats mostly plants, right? But it sometimes will eat some dead creatures along the way. Now, voles, are they predators, which means that they are on the attack? Are they prey, which means other animals attack them? Or are they both, which means they hunt and are hunted? What do you think, Dragons? That's right, they are prey. And because they are smaller in stature, they are prey to a lot of things. They might be prey to wolves, or owls, or even bears, coyotes, other birds of prey. You got to be careful if you're a vole. They might be coming after you. But do we think voles are very populated, which means we're least concerned about them? Do we think they're being threatened, maybe because they have so many predators coming after them? Or are they endangered, which means that we are concerned that they won't be back in the near future, that they are going away slowly and they will be gone before we know it? That's right, Dragons. There are plenty of voles. They're found all over the world. We are least concerned about their population. There are actually 124 different species of voles. How about that? And finally, Dragons, how long does the average vole live? How long does the average vole live? 5 weeks, 5 months, or 5 years? What do you think? 5 weeks, 5 months, or 5 years? Oh yeah, that's interesting too, Flame. 5 months. 5 or 6 months is usually how long most voles live. So that is not a long time. They have to get moving on the action that they're involved in. But Dragons, voles are, like we said, very fascinating creatures. They inhabit the northern hemisphere in North America, and they also in Europe and Asia, above the equator. And like we said, there are 124 species of them, and 23 of these species are native to our great country of the United States. And they often burrow underground. They make this really cool space for their babies, their litters. When they have litters, they make a special spot where the litters can hang out and they can grow and get a little healthier. And like we said, they're found in these grassy fields, gardens, meadows, and they're active all the time. You know how sometimes, Flame, we say animals are nocturnal or they're daytime animals. Voles are awake all of the time. They're one of the species that sleeps the least in the world, which we thought was very cool. So hopefully you learned a little bit about Flame and his buddies, the vole. And da-da-da, it's time for the birthday box. Flame, we didn't have any birthdays yesterday, but fret not, dragons, because we have 3 birthdays today. How about that? So first, Sarah Alberserine in 3rd grade. Happy birthday, Sarah. And Rafan Hake. Rafan Hake in 4th grade. Happy birthday, Rafan. And Omer Emermali in 1st grade. Happy birthday, Omer. A trio of dragons. And the mail. We got some mail, I believe. Let's see what we have here. It says, Dear Flame, I hope you had a great break. Love, Mercy Lampkin. See, Mercy, it's those little notes that can make such a big difference. That was very nice, Mercy. We hope you had a great break as well. This says, Mohammed Fassi writes, Dear Flame, tell Mr. Salerno he said January 6th, 2020 on the news show when it was really 2021. LOL. Now, I don't know about that, Flame. I really don't. Let's take a look. And this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the news of Camelot. Today is, well, it's right here, dragons, don't worry. Today is Wednesday, January 6th, 2020. And before we get going on, well, there you have it, dragons. I am a year behind. But the good news is that through Flame's help and all of you out there, and certainly Ms. Flaherty and the teachers, we can get back to speed. I can get back to speed and hopefully understand that it is 2021. I will get there shortly. But it is still Optimism Week. We will stay optimistic that we can do difficult things, that we can do things that might be a little bit more challenging than we thought we were, like remember things that might have slipped our mind. No matter what happens, dragons, if you keep a positive mindset, great things can happen. So, on behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Salerno. We hope you have a wonderful Thursday, dragons, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.